Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here. Welcome to a brand new video. In this Sims 4, we are doing another furnishing challenge by hiphiprenee, and this challenge is the Bitty Victorian Shell Challenge. And I decided to try my hand at it because I always love hiphiprenee's challenges. If you don't know, she is a fellow YouTuber and also she streams on Twitch, and she always does these beautiful shells that she lets other people furnish with some challenges or some rules. In this case, it was a little tiny build Victorian challenge to furnish, and I decided to try my hand at it. So this is the shell. You see me trying to make sense of the little space because it is a tiny build, and I really enjoy how it turned out in the end. Hopefully you guys like it as well. As always, for Epic Furnish challenges, hiphiprenee is gonna show all the furnishing on her stream on Twitch, so I'm gonna link down below in the description her Twitch channel and also YouTube as well, so go follow her and leave her like a subscribe or a follow because she is really an amazing creator and I really enjoy her stuff. And obviously I wouldn't be making all this build with her shells if I didn't enjoy what she makes. And obviously I wouldn't promote her channel if I didn't enjoy what she makes. I really enjoy all her streams, I enjoy all her videos, and yeah, that's exactly why I like doing these challenges. She always makes some cool stuff, and in this case she did this amazing little Victorian house that I really like, and it was super hard to furnish because it's so small. But I also wanted it to feel kind of like fancy because it's kind of Victorian-esque, so like fancy, old school looking, very antique and cool. And I really wanted to get that aesthetic going, but also it is a tiny build. So, the challenge was pretty hard in this one. But I think I really like how it turned out in the end. And hopefully guys, let me know in the comments down below if you like it as well. While you're down there checking the comments, you can also check all the links in the descriptions. There are all my links and also obviously hiphiprenee's links for her Twitch and her YouTube. And if I remember, I'm gonna put also her Twitter. I don't know. But she is gonna show the builds off in a live stream soon, so I highly suggest you go follow her Twitch. Also, she does just super fun streams, so just go follow her Twitch. Just in general, I highly suggest you do that. But yeah, so we're building this house. I'm not building this house. I'm gonna stop myself right there. We are furnishing this house, and I really had a lot of fun trying to figure out how to make it all work because we didn't have much space and it is a tiny build. And I think my favorite part in the end, it is the outside, because I really put a lot of effort in the garden to try and make it look cool and like the aesthetic that I wanted for the Victorian build, the Victorian vibe. I really wanted to get there, so I really liked the garden in the end. While I also like the downstairs here that we are making, I really love the little nook under the stairs that I carved out with some archways. I think that turned out pretty cool. And just in general, I like the vibe of the build. I also loved the upstairs bedroom. It is super nice, and yeah, I just like how it turned out in the end. And hopefully you guys like it as well. As always, there are gonna be screenshots at the end of this video if you want to check those out instead of watching me speed build the entire house. And the house is also already up on the gallery, so if you want to download it, you can just search hashtag Simmuz or hashtag hiphipVictorian, which is the hashtag for the Victorian challenge. And I highly suggest to go through that hashtag as well, because there are bound to be other beautiful version of this house on there, so I highly suggest to go through that as well. So for this challenge, Renee didn't really give a specific direction. She said that we could change most of the stuff inside this house. I decided to try and keep most of the house the same. I did change some stuff here and there, like I changed one of the doors on the downstairs down here. I took it out. I put up other windows, try to make it fit a little bit more of the vibe that I was going for, because of the fact that I wanted to have stairs like a full stair going up the into the bedroom, I really needed more space, so I had to move that door and the window that you saw me do at the start of the video, obviously. But more or less the rest of the house, I tried to keep it as much of the same vibe of the first, like the shell of the house, as much as I could. And hopefully I did a pretty decent job and you guys like it. I don't know. Let me know, obviously, in the comments. I also am really enjoying doing tiny builds lately with the new expansion pack not expansion, the new stuff pack, sorry, that came for The Sims 4. I just bought it like a couple days ago, and I'm actually really enjoying doing the challenge builds. I am doing some tiny builds in my off time, and I really like that. So doing this before the pack came out, it was like highly challenged to get ready for the pack coming out. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, there are so many things that you can do with tiny builds, I realized, and I just really like tiny living in general because of the fact that you have to put all the stuff that you need to survive inside this very small space. It's such a good challenge. I don't know, I just really like it. And I enjoying the pack pretty nicely. I think it's a pretty decent stuff pack. Not the best. It's not the best stuff pack. There are still some things that I would like to change. If I'm being honest, I think it was James Turner, yeah, he did an awesome video about the tiny living where he put up some awesome criticism that I really find myself agreeing with a lot while playing with the pack. For example, having other options or having objects being detachable from others. Those are all things that would be super cool if the Sims team would just like come in, swoop in, and change some of this stuff around. I think that would make the pack even more like dope than it already is. But let's talk about this little build. So if you haven't seen my other videos about Furnishing challenges, I did this thing already in another build of like this. I'm gonna call it a series because I'm already making, I think this is my third or fourth furnishing challenge for her hashtag #HiphipFurnish challenges. So if we can call this a series, let's say that this is my fourth video, I don't remember. And I already did the little trick of plants on top of the bay window, and I really liked it. So I decided to put it back in this build as well. Hopefully you guys like that little thing. I really enjoyed it. So here is the upstairs bedroom, obviously. There only is one bedroom, but it is a master bedroom, and it is pretty nice. There is also the bathroom just right next to it, and everything obviously works. So you can have the sim going and live here. You can have a couple of sims living in here. You can maybe mess around a little bit and get in a little other bed. I'm not sure how you would do that without changing the layout though. Or maybe, I don't know, if you change a little bit of this upstairs, you could maybe do 2 bedrooms. I am putting the big maybe on top of that though, because I think that this is barely space for a big master bedroom. It is a pretty big master bedroom, to be fair. Unless you also use this balcony right here, you can enclose that. And if you do that, then you definitely have the space for another bedroom, like another pretty sizable bedroom. Like that's pretty big for a bedroom. I also decided to put all these flowers around just to give more of the Victorian vibe. I really like those decorative flowers. So those are gonna be around the outside of the house, which is the main part of the house, since there is so much stuff just in general that goes inside. The outside is very livable because it's a little bit more open. There is a little more space to go around and do stuff. So I'm guessing this house is more for Sims that likes the outside, because there is so much space outside. We also have another dining table. We have the some other stuff to do outside, the barbecue, the flower arranging table. There is just much more stuff to do outside. So I'm guessing this house is more for a sim that enjoys the outside, at least in my opinion. Obviously, you can use it for whatever sims you like. And yeah, I just, it's a pretty cool house. I'm actually I kind of enjoy how it turned out in the end. I'm usually kind of hard on myself when I do tiny builds because they never turned out exactly how I want. And that's exactly the reason why I'm doing so many tiny builds in my spare time, to try and get better at positioning stuff as I would like, because I really like having small stuff sometimes, but I also like big builds with loads of space where I can put so many objects inside. So I struggle sometimes. But yeah, hopefully you guys like how it turned out in the end. I don't know. Let me know. I'm just being self-conscious right now about this build. I really enjoy it. And obviously, it's 100% thanks to hiphipprenee's awesome build at first. Like the shell itself, it's super, super cool. So obviously that is part of why I like this house in the end. Obviously, loads of vines, because Victorian houses always have vines. I don't know why. I guess they really like 2013 comedy. I'm so funny. And I decided to move a little bit to build in the center of this lot, just to put in around a little bit of a fence, because I really like a fence around an older looking house. Like, modern houses can also like just live on a lot, in my opinion, but older houses look so much better when they have a little bit of a fence around, in my opinion. Obviously, you do you. If you don't like the fence, you can take it out. But I just really enjoyed the idea of having the fence here. So I went with this brick wall with a little bit of the oh my god, how they're called? Edges, that's the word. Obviously I had to remove these plants because those are not technically placed in the house, they are outside of the house, even though they look inside of the house. You know, boring stuff about The Sims. But yeah, I really like how it turned out in the end. I think it's super, super cute with this fencing going around, and you obviously can let me know in the comments down below. With adding some more edges around the house just to fill up the space so the Sims don't just go wandering inside there. And then let's do the backyard. The backyard is probably my favorite part. I really like it. I think it turned out pretty cool, and I really love like the area. You're gonna see it, and it's also in the screenshots. I really enjoyed it. I just enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, all these bushes we're gonna use. I think I changed these bushes though. I think I used a different kind of bush in the end. I wanted roses, but it looked so dark, and I think I changed it. Yeah, you can see me now taking them out. Yeah, I used these flowers instead that I really like. No, yeah, no, the pink ones. Yeah, in the end I went with the pink ones. They're just a little bit more bright, a little bit more colorful. I didn't want this house to feel like dark and creepy. It's already going there because of the Victorian aesthetic. The Victorian aesthetic, it is already by itself kind of creepy, but I also wanted to keep it light, since the shell itself, it's super like bright. It has some colorful objects already inside, so I wanted to keep the vibe going. And yeah, that was the same for the garden, obviously, so I decided to change those flowers for those pink ones, and I really like the final result. Some terrain painting and a little bit of I think I changed this in the end. I put in some tiles, right? Maybe I'm crazy, but yeah, we're gonna do, no, yeah, I did put in some tiles. Yeah, not crazy. And I think I do add also a couple of trees, and then we're gonna move into the screenshots for the final thing. Yeah, just a little bit more bushes, just to make it more luscious and cool. A couple of trees, so I really like these white trunk trees, white birches, I think they are. But I really love that, from Cats and Dogs. And here are the screenshots of the house. So again, the outside of the build is completely not mine. It is by hiphiprenee, and all her links are gonna be down below. Her Twitch, I highly suggest you go follow her Twitch, because she's gonna, you know, stream about these houses, mine and other people's, for the hashtag VICTORIAN. So I highly suggest you go check that out, but I'm also gonna link her YouTube. But this is the inside of the house. I really like how it turned out, and I'm super excited. I am not sure if the nook under the stairs work works actually. I really hope it does. I haven't tested it out, so I'm not sure, but if it doesn't, it's still cool to look at it, so I'm not mad at it. And I really like the downstairs. Here is the nook under the stairs, you can see it. It's a little bit squeezed in, but I like it. So hopefully guys like this build as well. Obviously, again, let me know in the comments down below what you think about it. What's your favorite part of this build? I really enjoy it. The garden. The garden is definitely my favorite part of it, like 100% hands down. But obviously, again, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Put on notifications so that you know when the next video is coming out. They should all be coming out in a week from each other. Like, I'm trying to do one video each week. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.